Well, hey, good morning. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host, Adam Blue. Yeah, I look tired. I am a little sleepy. Actually, I was just saying, talking to my wife, I had a good night's sleep. I did. Pretty good weekend. Had fun. Didn't play too many games, but played some. So we'll talk about that. Hopefully, everyone out there had a good weekend and are prepared for this Monday. I know I've got some work I got to get to, but let's talk some games first. And actually, how this is going to start is we'll talk about games last. Actually, first, we're going to do a quick little review of the Minecraft movie. I saw that over the weekend. Let me get this up. Do I have that shared? Yeah. A Minecraft movie grosses 157 million at U.S. box office over opening weekend. And apparently, 301 million globally, which is huge. Um, okay, so here's the thing. I was interested in seeing it just mainly because I don't mind seeing Jack Black doing his shenanigans, and I'm just curious. I'm always curious with these movies. You never know. I was honestly surprised how much I enjoyed watching this movie. And what it really was is it's not really a kids movie, which is funny. It's the humor. It's written by the guy that did, and directed by the guy that did Napoleon Dynamite, and that's the kind of humor that's in it. It's not. It's interesting. It's almost like you take that aesthetic that Jared Hess, that director, that he created with Napoleon Dynamite, and then they're like, well, let's make it where there's just some characters doing Minecraft stuff in it. And so I found it interesting. And so the other part of that is I think that's a good thing for a Hollywood movie, a big budget movie, to play with genre like that. And so I find it, though, that when I'm seeing the reviews online for this, most people are very dismissive about it just being a kids movie. It's like, it's just for kids this, kids that. And it's like, no, not really. And I feel like people are just, I guess, maybe just that first initial reaction. I'm surprised. And when I say people, it's like, for instance, not that this really means too much, but like John Campea, he's a big movie critic guy, and he did his little review thingy about it. And I was surprised that he didn't pick up on that, because I feel like when we what was a movie I saw recently? I think Mario also played really, really far into on the kid side. Even Sonic, I would say the Sonic movies are more of a kids movie than this Minecraft movie. I guess that would be a good way to put what I'm trying to say. And I thought the Sonic movies were pretty good, but I would say there was like the Sonic movies, there's more things in it where I'm like, that's kind of dumb, but okay, whatever. But in the Minecraft movie, it all just kind of worked. Very interesting. The other thing that I don't know how much this matters too, is that, not that I had recently, but I played a lot of Minecraft in the past. I know a lot about Minecraft, older Minecraft. And so it was doing a lot of those little things throughout the movie, and it was pretty impressive. Even the little tricks people, figure out on their own. So yeah, really impressive, actually. Um, yeah, so it's just overall a good movie. I was surprised. Let's see. Yeah, Ultronimus, I was given a new big screen monitor and stand for my room. My gaming said, "Oh, I'll have to see what that looks like." Uh, on the, oh yeah, on the name alone, I never saw Napoleon Dynamite, so I wouldn't be able to make that connection. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to, but you would notice that the humor is very unique. You would be like, okay, this is weird. Like when you're watching what those a movie from a certain director, how it's like, oh, that's that. It will stand out. It's a good idea. If you have a movie property and it's like, well, what movie do we make? Well, what is a distinct style out there that could be used? Because the guy wouldn't make big budget movies. It would be these smaller little comedies, indie comedies. It's very interesting. Very interesting. So I want to talk about something else when it comes to this Minecraft movie. There's this main character, Garrett, in the middle. And as soon as I saw this, I wondered if they based it off this guy I know. His name is Patrick Scott Patterson. The reason I know him is back in the is it early? Yeah, the Twitter days, early Twitter days online when video game personalities, journalists were online, trying to get their reach out there. I'd run into this guy and he lived nearby and would be at local conventions. And basically, he had some, video game record holding, but also was a wrestler. Now, I don't know to what degree because I don't follow wrestling, but he had the personality. He had, the costumes that were on very, similar to the character in the Minecraft movie that kind of has that personality going for him. And so, yeah, you got the glasses, you got the hair, and this is, an interview I did with him back in 2012. But, the other thing was in more recent times, I would say maybe in the past 5 years or so, and actually one of his high scores, Mr. Dew's Castle, and then one of the things that he's done more recently is he has this business called We Got One, and he would get those storage containers that would be up for auction, and he would grab those. That is a central plot point, well, kind of more of a character point that drives the plot in the movie of the main character is getting these storage containers. So it was very interesting for me personally, knowing the lore or the gaming mechanics of Minecraft to see those Easter eggs in it. Being familiar with this guy, that kind of high score history, gaming, history, and then what he's been up to, and seeing it in that character. And then, obviously, the movie was directed by Jared Hess, Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite's a movie that came out, right after high school for me. And not that I thought it was the best movie, but it was a fun watch with my friends because it was a very unique and distinct style of movie. So all those things together really made watching the Minecraft movie a very interesting experience for me. And hopefully others will have it too. The movie is not offensive in any way. It is fun. I don't think you have to even if I was to give it one complaint or one not again, I think it's this typical thing that happens is I feel the movie gets boring once the action starts later on. Because then it's just like, okay, here's a bunch of CGI. And it's what it really is that's jarring is the cameras. So basically, you have cameras that are filming the characters. And through the beginning part of the movie, and this is for a lot of these big budget movies, it's an actual practical camera that is filming the characters. But once you get later into these bigger budget movies with a lot of CGI, it's actually in computer cameras. They're not practical cameras. So the whole movement, everything is different. So there's this thing, and I feel it too, where I feel like, okay, I'm now pulled out. Once all the action started happening, I remember the last time that happened, Jason Momoa movie. It was like Aquaman or something, where at one point it's just all this action. I'm like, okay, whatever. But I think that's it for that part. Okay, a good director can make all the difference, like Simon Pegg style. Oh, you mean Edgar Wright? Edgar Wright? Yeah. Simon Pegg's in his movies. That is an excellent idea. In fact, I would say Edgar Wright and Jared Hess, it's very similar. Autonomous. You would actually then like that style because it's the same thing. Not the same thing. It's very similar. So that's very interesting. Okay. So let's move on to news. Guys, is there any news? I think all the news happened last week with Nintendo. And I don't know if I talked about it on here, but they talked about the tariff thing, so we'll see what's going to happen. Since they're still going to sell it in June and they didn't delay that, I don't think they're changing the price or anything. I don't really know what is up with them saying they have to delay the pre-order. So that part's weird. I have my guesses, and I shared this in the Blue Gamer Discord, which is very small. I don't expect everyone to be in there, but there was this article that, this happened in 2019 where the tariffs were raised and it was going to affect Nintendo, so Nintendo had to make some adjustments for it. And in that instance, they did they just ate the costs and also moved some manufacturing to another Asian country. So it's like these things happen and then they just have to figure it out. Okay. That's interesting. Epic Games CEO shoots down Fortnite movie claims. Well, there really, unless I missed something, there is really not any other interesting news. I think I covered most of the Nintendo stuff, last week, and I think I covered it enough where I don't think there's much more I can say. So I think we're going to jump into some gaming. Oh, wow. Cat's talking to me. Okay, so we're going to play this game called Cookie Cutter. And it even had updates up until this year, which is very interesting. Okay. Oh, Lunar Remastered. Is that good? I remember I had it on Sega CD and never played it. Okay. Hopefully this is a game that doesn't F up during full screen. Nope. Okay. Oh, let me gotta get that audio back. Okay. So basically what this is. Oh, did I mess it up? It was working fine until I had to get the audio. No way. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Oh, wait a minute. And it did something. We'll get it back. Anyway. Okay. So it's a compilation. Yeah, turn it off and on again. Exactly. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I didn't even talk about what I've been playing. I just jumped into a game. Let me just real quickly do that. Because it actually feeds into this. Because I played very little. So that Yohane, the Perihelion, Blaze in the Deep Blue, shout out to Jamkill X. He told me about this game. I beat it. 7 hours and 1 minute. This is what I call a fun cozy-vania. Because it's a Metroidvania, but I never really felt any stress. At a boss, it's like, well, I'll just drink some potions, fight the boss. It was really just fun exploring everywhere. I recommend this. And then playing some more Devil May Cry 5, not too much more, but yeah, you can see 24 minutes total. I've played the prologue and the first level. Yeah, mission 1, prologue. Anyway, so since I beat this Yohane game, I was like, I need another Metroidvania. This was... There we go. Oh, did I do it again? This was in my list of, my brother's game. We have the family sharing. And the reviews made it seem cool. So I was able in Steam to make a dynamic list of Metroidvanias.
And like a cancer floating within nothingness, the megastructure.
That's called
Many
Death Star.
sought to discover its secrets, but all failed. All, that is, except for Victor Garbanzos. He led the Infonet Corporation deep into the heart of the megastructure and vanished.
All right.
For years, he...
Yeah. Okay. I like the style. Even though I feel like it's like more hand-drawn, like there's a difference between the hand-drawn and then the pixel art, if you know what I mean. Wow.
Please, let her go.
And
Why would I do that? Really, Shinji? Does this thing actually mean something to you?
Just let her be, Sam. Please.
I don't think so.
Wait!
Shinji, huh? Dang, that's pretty graphic. Okay, let's just get to some gameplay. If I find the story interesting, I'll just go on YouTube and watch. And I never do.
Good morning, kiddo. Wasn't sure if you were going to get out of bed today.
Oof, yeah.
You know, it's
Looks better,
interesting.
too.
This art style
Let's
is
take-
very well done.
Yeah. You just
But
help.
not my thing.
It's got all.
But it's really well done.
Thanks.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, we got our map.
This is a checkpoint. If you ever fall during battle, your body will be reconstructed at the last visited checkpoint.
Okay, so it's like built into the story.
You can activate the elevator.
Yeah.
Okay, you probably need double jump for that.
Dear, I sense
Okay, that's cool.
quick attacks
Combat's
don't deal a
cool.
lot of damage, but they do recharge. You can spend void to use a weapon. You can always avoid enemy attacks. This enemy just
It
dropped.
looks like
Don't
there's
be
a
shy.
block and a dodge. Oh, that's helpful. So the controls are really nice. But I don't understand what this character is. It's like a... What's that? Oh, okay, she does have that. For some reason, I thought it was like a robot. Okay, here we go with some. Nice. Okay, I think the combat's gonna
Cherry,
be
be
pretty good.
careful. You can also finish enemies.
Now we're talking.
Just stab it.
It could get old if like the combat is maybe too long. Oh, that was cool. What actually is happening? Although this is probably for this. Your little health orbs. They're pink.
I'm
like
not sure
Super
about this
Metroid.
new weapon, Regina. What makes
It's not just about the damage, Cherry. But when you use them, they can interrupt the majority.
Oh, there we go. Okay. You know, the combat is really good. And here we go with some deflecting,
There's only
stun
Essex.
parrying.
Be careful how.
I know it's telling me what to do.
Harry is a powerful. If you can't get the timing right.
Okay.
Ouchie. Luckily, if you find yourself injured, you could.
Okay. Spend void to punish health. Interesting. It's not down in. Oh, that's cool. This might be something later. And then the map. Okay, very colorful map when it comes to like Metroidvania maps. Cool. Yeah, that was a little quick battle.
Goodness
So
gracious.
the fighting was pretty quick. Okay.
This is a dental station. You can change your equipped components here. You'll also be able to teleport to other dental stations from here as you find
Dental.
and unlock them.
That's pretty interesting. Edit components. What is anything I do here? Got the diner. Okay, hold on. Gosh, I guess I really can go anywhere.
These are
Well, would you look at that? So listen, the
I
second
don't know. This
one-
guy
Thanks, man.
has
Yeah, you just go out there.
something. Okay, a map. Yeah, I'm glad I talked to him. Oh. I guess showing where I could be going. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's go out. Oh, that's neat. Interesting.
The door has been unlocked, Cherry.
All right. Hopefully, this will kind of show us like the meat of the game coming up here. Yes. Oh, hey, what's up, Steven? Yeah, beat 'em up vibes for sure. Which is
I
cool
have
for a
been the best.
Metroidvania.
Maybe we can.
Looks like I can try to get a handle on some sort of combo. Let's see. Laser in front of the door. Oh, okay. Okay, there's a lot of things I could break. I don't know if it does anything. Do I gain XP? I know there's all that. Okay. We'll get to that eventually. Yeah, the movement is really well done. It feels really good. Oh, love it. Yeah, that's some pretty fun combat. Okay, don't need that. Some more, I guess, terminals for lore, I guess. I love that you, like, destroy anything. There's no reason. Okay. Okay, a lot of the traveling exploration, which I kind of dig. Because I do like it when they focus on instead of it like being, for instance, like combat puzzles. It was very interesting, that Yohane game that I beat. One thing that it did that I didn't care for, and it kind of adds the gameplay, and is where, let's say you just need to get into a certain room or something, it will purposely kind of make you go long ways around just to get like a little mini stage that animation looks great. This, this is reminiscent of kind of like the Earthworm Jim style. The Ubisoft, Rayman. I guess I can't do that yet. Oh, but that can get me? Okay. A minute. Oh. Okay, so I'm really just... So I should head back. So I have to get some sort of jump. Double jump.
Oh, yeah!
Oh dear, we're trapped, Cherry.
Yeah?
Oh. Oh, what? Too tough, but there are times, I guess, they didn't hit often, but when they did, I guess I haven't really picked up on that block or parry on time. It's like that. Oh, that's good. Nope, well, but... Oh, that was cool. Oh, I wonder if I can push this guy. Oh, no! Dumb, but let me do the health thing. Okay, 19. And I don't get anything from destroying stuff. Don't get anything from this unless I press up. Nope, that saves. Okay, teleport. That's cool. Let's edit phone. No? Okay. I guess not much to do yet. Well, it is that time, and I got to the save, so I'm gonna jump. So yeah, this is pretty cool. This game came out. Well, actually, we'll look at it. Let me. Let's see. Oh my gosh, that Bing thing always pops up. Okay. Came out December 2023. Right now it is $20. And I think the gameplay is smooth. It feels really good. And as you can see, the graphics look really good. So this is pretty good. It's got some good reviews. So maybe something to keep an eye out for. All right, well, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for joining me this morning. Hope all of you have a good rest of the day, and we will talk later. See ya.